Sweet morning, divine angels. You know, as long as you're a divine angel, you experience yourself as a divine angel. I think it becomes our responsibility to be that way first before we expect others to be that way. And always, it's all about me first, me first, me first, me first. Yeah. And when we talk about digital connection, see, when you talk about digital detoxification, naturally it is coming up with something called connection, how we are digitally connected. And what are those connections? Of what are that part of the connections which are toxic in nature? Because a digital world has a plus point, has a minus point. In fact, that is where with every human being also, every human being has a plus point and a minus point. Everything that you deal with has its pros and cons. What's important is that as long as you and I are connected consciously with the pros of things in our life, nothing like that. And that is what is desirable. So I'll talk about two things today. Okay. The first thing is that when you are connecting yourself digitally with anything, to be starting with checking your SMS or maybe shopping, maybe WhatsApp, maybe social media, maybe LinkedIn, maybe watching your emails or making a call. Ask yourself one question at that point of time is, how are you behaving at that point of time as a consumer or a producer? You really need to focus on that. That which role are you playing at that point of time? If you are a producer, then things are in your control. If you are a consumer, then things are in the control of the producer. And toxification always starts from there. Even when your body becomes toxic, what happens? You are in control of those chemicals which you don't want to be in control. And when you allow those chemicals to take control of your body, your metabolism or metabolic activities inside your body, initially they don't make a big difference. But slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly, they keep on making big differences. And that's how your body becomes toxic. So to detoxify the body, what we are supposed to do ideally is, simplest form is that you take control on your eating habits. So eating is also consumption. Take control of your emotional habits, which is anyway there. Then take control of your physical fitness. So you need to figure out that how much physically fit you need to stay, so that you are in control of your body. How much water you are intaking, and these things matter. So if you follow good living lifestyle, the result is that the toxins are out anyway, because your kidney is already working for that, your skin is already working for that, your lungs is already working for that. They are putting in their best efforts to ensure that these toxins shouldn't stay inside your body. And when you or I are more consciously aware of these, at least these three organs, your kidney, your skin, and your lungs, if you're consciously connected to them, things become different altogether. And what happens that in the process, you reduce your building up of toxins inside your body, and you also reduce allowing toxins inside your body. So detoxification is a process where you need to do both these things. One is not to allow them, because when you allow them, it automatically produces pressure on the body. So when you don't allow them, or when you listen that allowance, you are in more control. Like they are like terrorists, or like bad people, or like people who are unsocial people, who are always there to create social disturbance. That is their only motto, to ensure that there is no harmony in the society. So There are many people like that. You already know about them, that these people are like that. Similarly, there are many things, many other things which are not human beings. They do not come in the shape of a human. They just come to us in the shape of emotions, and they get inside us. And when they get inside us, they create all this disturbance inside the body. They disturb the harmony of the body. Now, thankfully, our body is equipped enough to handle it, as long as the physiology part is concerned. But for the psychology part, it's your conscious mind that has to take care of it. You cannot leave it to subconscious to take care of the psychological parts. Okay. So the first thing that you should think about is, are you a consumer or a producer? This is the step one. Okay. So I'm not getting into much detail about it. Can just start with this. One of the ways you can notice that how you are emotionally entangled with digital media. One, I'm just telling you about one option. How many of you have started finding your Google account off late, that it is saying that your free account is consuming more data than you are being allowed, consuming more storage than you are being allowed? How many of you are getting this notification now? Google has started giving this notification from last month. The moment you open your Gmail, on top of it, it will show a pink band, light pink band, and it will show that you are using so much of your digital media, so much of your storage space, which is excess. Then they started offering that, okay, you pay 130 rupees per month and get 100 GB of space instead of 15 GB, the free space that you have. Then from almost second week of June, what they started doing is, okay, you just enjoy this 100 GB of space for 35 rupees per month for next 2 months. I just want to know how many of you are a victim of this. Google is making big money with Facebook, with WhatsApp. Now, if you're getting this, it's very easy to get rid of it. Actually, it's very easy, very simple. Okay. So if any of you is a victim of it, I would like to know. At least you can say, yes, I could see this in my Gmail account. This is happening. And when you open that Gmail account, you discover that the biggest chunk of space which is being consumed is by WhatsApp, the backup of the WhatsApp. And and the biggest chunk of that backup includes videos. The phone that you're buying today, ask yourself, when did you last bought your phone? The last phone which you bought. कितने साल पहले, कितने महीने पहले आपने खरीदा? The last one which you have today. And just because of the reason that it's consuming a lot of space, so you need a lot of space. Even 128 GB is becoming a very small space for you. Some of you are also buying an SD card. So mobile phones are coming with 3 slots: SIM 1, SIM 2, and an SD card. Big business. And it is $1 trillion economy where you are one of the consumers. And let me tell you guys the easiest way to get rid of it. Easiest way. In WhatsApp, there's an option. There are 2 options. One is that whenever an image comes or a video comes to your WhatsApp, it also goes to your gallery. So in WhatsApp, you can figure out that statement, which also says that the pictures are being, or media is being stored in the gallery also. So imagine so one image comes and it takes double space in your mobile. So you can switch it off. And I won't say how to do that. You have to figure it out if it is important for you. I would strongly recommend you not to ask anybody how to do that. You be proactive in finding out how to do that. Okay, you search on social media, you search on YouTube that how to set this, but do it yourself. There's a purpose behind it when you do it yourself. Okay, this is one. So this way you can reduce the consumption of space on your mobile. And the second thing that you can do is, and imagine when you are when Google is updating it, what it is doing. When Google is backing up your phone, it is backing up your gallery, it is backing up your WhatsApp with the same media. The first thing that you can block is this. You can block a copy of it going into the gallery. And second thing that you can do is, and this is the most important thing, and I'm telling you, this is amazing. In the backup, there is an option to backup video also. And that option remains on. You just switch it off. So that way, your video will be there. Your videos and pictures will be there, but they won't be uploaded on Google. Now, you may be thinking that these are very important for me. These videos are very important for me. What should I do with that? Let me tell you, probably the only videos that are important for you, the only ones, are the ones which you might be taking with your mobile phone. You might be capturing them, some moments of your life. And they do not take much space because you do not take so much videos for the activities that you do in your life. So these are the two ways where you can avoid yourself getting into the trap of consume. And you can still use your phone for 4 to 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years, as long as you want. And I have experimented this with all the varieties of phone that has arrived in your family over last 10 years. I still have a 10-year-old phone which my mom uses. And it only has 4 GB of space. No, 16 GB of space. Out of 16 GB, about I believe 8 GB is lying empty. And she is using it for all her activities, digital activities. It's working perfectly fine. No problem. So with this, I just want to end my talk today. These are the first steps that you can take towards digital detoxification. Do not be the consumer of your mobile phone, of your mobile apps. Observe where they are making you consume. You can become a consumer, of course, depending on whether you want to become a consumer or not. Nothing wrong with that. Like if you are using Amazon, it's okay. If you're using an app like Big Basket or maybe Milk Basket, it's okay. But avoid social media apps. This is one thing that you can do. Second thing that you can do is, again, this is also I do. In fact, let us practice it from tomorrow, at least for 3 days. That what are you using the digital world for? Things which you are using proactively for your benefit. You can talk about it instead of like replace all shoulds with the activities that you do. Like we should do this, children should do that, I should do that, I must do that. Replace. Even if you're doing one activity, just talk about it, that this is what I have started doing. This is what I am doing. You know what I did on this Sunday, 30th June. I actually looked, rather checked my WhatsApp, that how many groups I am involved after I did NLP practitioner course. Ever since I did NLP practitioner course, how many groups are there where I am involved in some way or other? Yeah, I just joined and somebody just added me, kind of thing. I discovered 103. There are 103 groups. This is what I discovered on 30th June. So half year. So basically I was doing a review. So there are 103 groups where I'm a part of. Then I discovered there are quite a few of these groups which are the groups of the same person. So that person created multiple groups for multiple activities. And somehow I got into those groups, either by interest or either by clicking on a link, or maybe that person added me. And that's how I've been part of those groups also. And there were plenty of data there because I am not visiting those groups. 103. And also things are getting added to it. Somebody launches some activity, and he posts a message in the group, this is my WhatsApp group, you join this group. And I go and join that group out of curiosity, that what they are doing, how they are doing. So here I discovered that out of those 103 groups, in how many of those I am a producer and in how many of those I am a consumer. So where I discovered I am consumer, to start with, at least to start with, that these are the ones where people are using me as a consumer. Or maybe I am getting consumed over there. So I have nothing to do there. The first thing which I did is I just quit those groups. And not only I quit those groups, I deleted those groups from my mobile. So that number has reduced to around 70 right now, because I'm in the process of doing it more. So you also discover that which are these WhatsApp group where you do not need your presence anymore. And you can handle it in two ways. One is that if you do not want to offend that person, if that person is very close to you, and if you do not want to offend that person, what you can do, you can periodically delete messages from that groups. Like, you don't need to open that group. You fix up a day that on this particular day of the month, I'll just open these groups and I'll delete all messages. I'll just clear it off. There's an option for clear off. And when you clear off, there is an option to delete the media also associated with that clear off activity. Make sure that is checked. Otherwise, what will happen? You will clear the WhatsApp chat, but the images and videos which came into that group, they will stay in your WhatsApp. So whenever you're clearing messages from that group, ensure that you clear the media also. And this is some activity that you can do once in a month. Arams. And since you're not paying attention to these groups anyway, so they won't disturb you much. And WhatsApp has another feature where you can pin a group, pin a chat. So as of now, you can pin maximum 3 chats. So you figure out which 3 groups are most important for you and you just pin them. The ones which are not important for you, just archive them. There's a feature of archiving also. So they will keep on growing in the archive, but they won't show up in your main screen. So they won't draw your attention also. So you can do these things. These features are all built in WhatsApp. And I can tell about myself. I discovered that maximum digital time that I'm consuming is WhatsApp. So what I started doing from yesterday is that I picked up that I will check my WhatsApp only at the even hours. So from 2 hours from say 8 o'clock, maybe say at 10 o'clock, then 12 o'clock. This is what I thought about practicing from yesterday. I was not able to do it, by the way. In the sense that exactly the same way. But yes, I noticed a big shift in myself yesterday. And then what I also did that, okay, when I check my WhatsApp, I will only check it for 10 minutes. So imagine if I'm checking my WhatsApp 10 times a day, 10 times a day. Yeah, so 8, 10, 12, 2 p.m., 4 p.m., 6 p.m., 8 p.m., 10 p.m., maybe at 12 p.m. also. So 8 to 10 times a day. And you multiply it by 10 minutes. But 10 minutes होता नहीं, वो 10 से 15 चला ही जाता है. मान लेते हैं 15. So 15 minutes into 10 times a day is 2 hours. And in these 2 hours, what I will do next is I'll just audit. In 2 घंटे, these 2 hours, where did I pay my attention to? Which of the groups or which of the activities I pay my attention to? And then is it really worth it? If yes, good. If no, then figure out and remove those activities. See, using social media as a producer is what should be your objective. Again, I'm using the word should be. So you need to come out of the should word also. Like the less you use the should word, the less I use the should word, I'm in more control on my action. Otherwise, should is just like a sermon, just like a thought, an idea. ऐसा करने से अच्छा होता है, ऐसा करने से नहीं अच्छा होता. So replace that thought. Replace with, this is what I'm doing nowadays. This is what I am finding interesting for me. This is what I am finding detoxifying for me. This is what I am finding toxic for me, these activities. So this could be a starting point. And I just want to share about one more point, which is in beliefs of excellence, in our presupposition of NLP, there's a point in results. This just comes number 17. Number 18 is if someone can do it, anyone can do it. And number 17 is that mind and body are part of the same system. And your psychology impacts physiology and physiology impacts psychology. Digital world or digital life is that life which is impacting not only your psychological world, but also your physical world, also your physiological world, also your body. So ask yourself, your addiction to digital media, how much it is worth as far as your physiology is concerned, how it is impacting your physiology, your eyes, your spine, the time you're spending sitting there in a particular statue mode, how these things are affecting you, and is it really worth it? Okay, so with this new awareness, what you see possible for yourself, that matters most. It's all about you and the actions that you're taking, not what you should be doing or you must be doing. So from tomorrow onwards, let's start talking about what I am doing and what results I'm getting out of. And that we can have, if we have say 4 speakers or 5 speakers, we'll have at least 5 different ideas. And as we keep on implementing it in our life, we will become that person whom we love to show the world out there. My perception is my projection. And whatever I'm projecting is the perception of the other person. So when my perception matches their perception about my projection, then I'm in control. So let's do that. Let's reset our mindset. Let's make our life amazing in every possible way, no matter what, whatever it takes. At least from now onwards, till the time we are going to bed tonight. And let's see what difference we can make for ourselves. That's what NLP is all about. The difference that makes the difference.